Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 donkey-themed healing-centric World of Warcraft stream in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, which is a little bit unusual, but we're getting right into some news here. Let's news time. Well, we had our little 10.2 Season 3 talk today. We're going to go over some of the things, mainly the new dungeons and the healing changes. What's going on, everybody? Jim Jam, Skip. How are you guys? So, Dragonflight, Guardians of the Dream. We'll have a whole bunch of stuff. Would you like to try and guess what some of it is? Can I offer you a new zone, complete with a new faction, with whom you will gain reputation for? Does any of this sound familiar to you? You might have also guessed there will be a new raid, a Rdruid, the Dream's Hope, a Rdruid, Emerald Dreamy stuff. I have not been raiding. I do not really plan to raid, so this one does look pretty sweet, though. I might pop in for a cup of tea here and there. There's going to be a new legendary, which I believe was confirmed to be a two-handed axe. Druids rejoice! You're going to the Emerald Dream, and you're going to have a legendary that you cannot use. But here's the good stuff. Let's get into the Mythic Plus. Right, Message? It's almost like every major patch is basically the same, just different. Anywho, Season 3 dungeons. This is what the people have been waiting for. Okay, so we've got the Dawn of the Infinite Mega Dungeon, split in half, as we, would assume. We've got Waycrest Manor and Taldazar from BFA. We've got Darkheart Thicket and Blackrock Hold from Legion. And we've got Everbloom from WoD. Throne of the Tides from Cataclysm. So, my initial thoughts when I heard this, we'll just kind of go through them one by one. Mega Dungeons have historically turned into pretty good Mythic Plus dungeons, in my opinion. Mechagon was a really good Mythic Plus dungeon, so good we did it twice. And Karazhan, also, I really liked Tazavesh, so I've only done Dawn of the Infinite a handful of times, and I feel like we don't really know what we have until we actually do it, as a Mythic Plus dungeon. Dawn of the, I'm guessing it'll probably be pretty solid. The visuals of the zone don't blow me away, but whatever. That has very little to do with whether or not it's going to be a good M plus experience. Okay, Waycrest Manor and Taldazar. So I would say that in Season 2, the two BFA dungeons, Under Rot and Freehold, probably held up better than anything else. They might have been our two best dungeons that we had in the pool. So I would kind of expect these to hold up pretty well too. I mean, they're recent. They're recent, modern age WoW dungeons. I hope for Waycrest a couple things though. Let's have a consistent door situation, the same doors open every time, not where it's going to be different from time to time, so we just have one route to learn. And also there was definitely issues in that dungeon with some aggro through walls, through floors and ceilings, so hopefully they can clean all that up. Otherwise, thematically super cool dungeon, right? Haunted house vibes, pretty interesting bosses in there. I was actually hoping they would bring this one back, so As long as they can clean it up a little bit, I think it'll be good. Hpal, like, I would say hands down, has the makings of a good Mythic Plus dungeon. It's kind of, they're very different, right? This one is like indoor, you know, close quarters, hallways, and then Hpal is like outdoor in a temple. There's lots of different orders you can tackle the bosses in. I think this one will be definitely like solid. And so we've done these two, Darkheart Thicket and Blackroot Cold, when they brought back, I don't know if they still do that. Like they were, for a while they were like bringing back Legion M+ periodically. Maybe they stopped that when they started just bringing back old dungeons in the pool. I haven't done it in a long time, but Darkheart Thicket is like kind of similar to Hpal for BFA. It's just like a clear-cut, solid M+ dungeon. Like, I have no negative thoughts about it. Should be pretty good. Blackroot Cold, probably my first like thought of Blackroot Cold is that it's definitely long. Like I remember that being kind of a longer one, and it's probably going to be a little more difficult too. We're going to have to deal with new players learning how to dodge boulders. This one's, I imagine this one's going to be a little bit trickier. Now these last two are the most interesting ones. They're the wild cards for sure. Everbloom. So I didn't play WoD like at a super high level. I played WoD a little bit. That was the only expansion I kind of dipped out of halfway through. So I didn't do the dungeons as current content at like a really high level. But I will say that the other WoD dungeons have definitely delivered. Like Grimrail definitely delivered. Iron Docks was pretty good. Shadowmoon Burial Grounds, although it was easy, was fun. So the three that we've had so far have all been good. So I'm got high hopes that this one's going to be good too. This guy though was a surprise, not gonna lie. Vortex Pinnacle, I don't feel like went over super well. Like my understanding is that people don't really like this dungeon very much. I know that I don't. So the fact that they like doubled down on not only doubled down on Cataclysm, but they're like, I don't know if people like Vortex very much. Let's give them the worst one. I don't know about this one. People don't like water levels. It could be interesting. I haven't done it in a really long time. I know the last boss is definitely like Memesville. If you've never done it, he's like a big starfish, and he like sticks to the side of like a big fish bowl, and you have to are they Murlocs that you're killing in there, or they're like old god Murlocs or something? I don't know, man. The last boss is crazy. You've got the guy with the mind bender on his head. That seems like it'll be kind of a pain in the butt. I'm a little surprised at this. I was kind of hoping we'd get a Mists dungeon, because we did Jade Serpent, and while I don't think that it was the best dungeon in the pool, it was certainly better than Vortex Pinnacle. Now, they did change Vortex Pinnacle a lot, too. Like, they definitely took their liberties in updating that for M+, Dragonflight. And no. We'll have to wait and see. I wasn't super excited to see this one. Overall opinion is more like, wow, I'm really glad this isn't still season 2, and less like, wow, this looks just great. But I do like, I mean, I don't have much of an opinion on these two. I've done them in a very limited capacity. But Waycrest Manor, overall like it. Hpal overall like it. Both the Legion dungeons, overall like it. Good vibes on the WoD dungeon. Bad vibes on the Throne of the Tides. I hope that one's not as bad as I'm imagining it to be. But it might be. Who knows? Anywho, they also are doing something on the PTR with balance. This is like my first real look at this. And we're just gonna go to the healer stuff, starting with Druid. So there's a lot. And it just as like an overall theme here, because I did like scan it before I turned El Streamerino on. It looks like they are backing it up a little bit on the healing. I think they pushed a little too far on like the healers need to heal again like narrative, and I think it looks like they're doing a little bit of takesies backsies here. Anyway, let's read. Innervate's duration is now 8 seconds, was 10. Oh, great, thanks for that. Balance, well, we're gonna go down to Resto. Cenarius's Guidance's Incarnation. That's such a weird phrase. Tree of Life. Functionality has been redesigned. During Tree of Life, you summon a Grove Guardian every 10 seconds. Huh. The cooldown of Tree of Life is reduced by 5 seconds when Grove Guardians... Interesting. Okay. They're really going hard with this Grove Guardians thing. Tree of Life now additionally empowers Wrath, causing it to deal 20% more damage and be instant cast, huh? That could be interesting from a damage perspective. Reforestation now grants Tree of Life for 10 seconds instead of 9. Okay. New talent, Liveliness. Your damage over time effects deal their damage 25% faster, and your heal over time effects heal 5% faster. And then Circle of Life and Death has been removed. Okay, interesting. I actually like that quite a bit. So, Tree of Life, or excuse me, Circle of Life and Death right now, it does the same thing with damage, but it's 15% less time on your hots, and this would be 5%. And they also felt the need to rename the talent because of that. I like that, actually, because when you're playing the double Life Bloom style and you're taking Circle of Life and Death, it feels like all you do is spam Life Bloom on people. So, cool beans. I like this change. I think that's going to be a... Circle of Life and Death is already something you pretty much always take in Mythic Plus. Now you're going to take it even harder. Grove Tending healing increased by 30%. Hold on a second. Grove, okay. I'm getting my Grove stuff mixed up here. Grove Guardians Nourish decrease. So they're already nerfing our new trees. 16% on Nourish, 20% on Swift Mend. Wild Growth from reduced 20%. Luxuriant Soil now causes Rejuvenation to have a 1-2% chance to jump to a nearby ally, which is a minor nerf. Interesting. Regrowth. Initial regrowth is... Okay, so regrowth buff 20%. Regrowth hot 42% buff. Rejuvenation 25% buff. Wild growth healing 15% buff. Wrath and Starfire damage 90% buff. Abundance caps at 12 stacks. Cenarian Ward, 25% buff. Swift Mend, 30% buff. Inner Peace now reduces the cooldown of Tranquility by 30 instead of 60 seconds. Spring Blossoms, 25% nerf. Sunfire now costs less mana. Embrace the Dream healing reduced by 30%. Flourish now... Okay, this Flourish one seems interesting. Flourish now extends the duration of all your heal over time effects on friendly targets within 60 yards by 6 seconds rather than 8. and increases the rate of your heal over time effects by 25 instead of wow. This is a fat... Am I reading this right? Flourish extends the duration. Okay. So this is a enormous nerf to Flourish. Enormous. Flourish now extends the duration of all your heal over time effects on friendly targets. Okay. Yes, I am reading this right. Increases the rate of your heal over time effects by 25%, down from 100. Flourish procs from Convoke the Spirits now extends heal over time by 3, down from 4. So it was already not great, now it's even worse. Developers note we're reducing the effectiveness of Flourish and increasing the power of rotational heal over time spells with the goal of moving more power into the baseline kit. Okay, I like that. I mean, we just read like massive healing buffs here, right? Aberis. Okay, so the changes to the 2 and 4 set, which will become obsolete sooner rather than later. Okay. How I feel about this is going to depend what I read on the rest of the healers. Because you're getting massive buffs to all your heals and a massive nerf to your arguably only good cooldown. Probably will feel better because, dude, right now, I mean, I've talked about this in my I Quit Healing video. It feels like as a druid, your spells don't do anything but like maybe maintain health bars. I'm interested to see if they're going to do this with all healers or if this is a uniquely druid thing. Let's find out. Evoker, Preservation, Spirit Bloom, 25%, Living Flame, 20%, Verdant Embrace, 35%, Resonating Sphere, 3 allies down from 5. Cycle of Life now accumulates 10% of your healing. Okay, so similar theme, but no compensatory nerf here. Preservation just getting more rotational healing. Paladin. Holy. All healing reduced by 3%, but Holy Light increased by 40%. Flash of Light increased by 30%. Daybreak now restores 2,000 mana per glimmer, down from 3,000. Reclamation now restores up to 12%. Crusader Psych and... okay, so minor nerf to the mana return here. Glimmer of Light healing and damage now increased by 4%. Okay, so... Alright. Okay, so... big buffs to, like, Holy Paladin's stand and cast spells, am I right? I mean, right as of right now, like in Mythic Plus, you're not even hardly pressing these, except for when you're using tiers. Interesting. Okay, Priest. Oh my god, let me get my reading glasses out. This is a bunch of Shadow or Death stuff. Mass Dispel's cooldown is now 2 minutes! Developers note, we're reducing the frequency that priests have access to Mass Dispel, as the value of the spell is exceeding the value of other utility at its... and cooldown. We're looking to allow for more situations where magic buffs are applied to multiple players without having a priest trivializing the intended difficulty of the mechanic. Okay. I feel like they... This last part is the important part. I kind of dislike the nerf. This is... Mass Dispel being so good in Season 3 is not because Mass Dispel is broken, it's because they designed dungeons that required Mass Dispel. So it kind of sucks for priests, I think, that their MD is getting, like, hammered. Because this was their fault by designing these dungeons that, exactly, Skip. Fix the encounters. And they said that they're aware they're going to try not to make it so that, you know, fights are designed with Mass Dispel just going to trivialize anything. Well, if you do that, you can leave the spell in place, but okay, let's move on. Mass Dispel, blah, blah, blah. Mass Dispel replaced with improved Mass Dispel no longer reduces the cast time of Mass Dispel. Improved Mass Dispel has been replaced with Mental Agility. New talent, Mental Agility. I always love how those two bullet points flow together. Reduces the mana cost of Purify. Okay, so it reduces all your Dispel costs, alright. Disc Priest. Developer's note. This is always the important stuff. The goal of these changes is to simplify Discipline's damage rotation, as well as the number of stacking modifiers used when ramping up for burst healing. I like that. This should make it smoother to play by reducing the number of abilities pressed in sequence, allowing players to focus on managing atonement and triaging their allies instead. Okay, that part sounds good. Let's see how they did it. Schism has been redesigned to be a passive talent now and causes mind damage to fracture the enemy's mind. Increase. Okay, so it's just rolled into Mind Blast. That's pretty cool. I skipped over Power Infusion nerf. Oh, just the first bullet point. Yeah, let's get into that real quick. Power Infusion haste reduced to 20% from 25 and duration reduced. Power Infusion has proved to be too impactful due to how it stacks with cooldowns on specializations that excel in dealing damage in a short window. Imagine that. We're reducing its duration and amplitude to balance our burst classes and keep them more in line with steady state damage dealers. Okay. I'm hoping that Priest is going to get some utility to make up for this. Let's see. Okay, anyway, back down to where we were. I love what they did with Schism. Rolling it into Mind Blast. Fucking good idea. Mind Blast now is a 24-second cooldown instead of 9. And damages have been increased by 30%. Okay. So Mind Blast is Schism now. That's basically what happened here. That's fine. Dark Indulgence no longer grants an additional charge of Mind Blast. Instead, Mind Blast has a 100% chance to grant Power of the Dark Side. Got it. Okay, so same talent, different functionality. Inescapable Torment damage increased. Inescapable Torment now triggers from Penance in addition to Mind Blast and Shadow Word. Okay, interesting. Inescapable Torment is now a 1-point talent. Power Word Solace has been removed. Good. That button was, yeah. Power Word Solace has a long history, but it was another example of a short cooldown damage button that cramped the rotation. Good job. Absolutely. I'm digging this so far. Harsh Discipline no longer triggers after 4 spellcasts of Smite, Mind Blast, or Solace. Instead, Power Word Radiance has a 30/60% chance to cause your next penance. Okay. While Harsh Discipline was fun to play with, it added another thing you had to do before paying off your atonements. Yep. By triggering Power Word Radiance, this now automatically happens after applying your atonement. Yeah, dude. This sounds like good shit, man. This sounds good. New talent, Sanctuary. Smite prevents the next 80% damage dealt by the enemy. Interesting. New talent, Ultimate Penitence. Ascend into the air and unleash a massive barrage of penance bolts, causing holy damage to enemies or healing to allies over 6 seconds. Dude, I want... This sounds sweet. While ascended, gain a shield for 50% of your health. In addition, you're unaffected by knockback or crowd control effects. Dude, I'm fucking maining Disc Priest next tier. I'm gonna be like Magneto with the big ball around me. Holy shit. Penance damage increased by 15%. Penance healing increased by 30%. Power word barrier now reduces 20% instead of 25%. Okay? That's kind of random. Atonement now heals for 32% of damage done was 40. So you're going to... Interesting. 8% nerf to Atonement. That's pretty big, dude. Atonement healing is now increased by 50% when not in a raid. What is it increased by now? Isn't it something? Okay. Power word shield absorption increased by 10%. Divine Aegis is 1 point talent. Light's Wrath, Resplendent Light, Wrath Unleashed, and Make Amends have been removed. Okay. Dude. You might be looking at a future disc main. Holy Priest. Holy Word Serenity healing increased 30%. Flash healing increased 40%. Salvation's cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds by Serenity and Holy Word Sanctify. Symbol of Hope now restores 10% of mana instead of 15. Symbol of Hope now recovers 40 seconds of cooldown instead of 60, so nerf to Symbol of Hope. Holy Word Sanctify now heals 5 instead of 6. Divine Star, nerf 25%. Halo. This is pretty underwhelming for Holy Priest, isn't it? Like, you guys want to read Disc again? No. Alright, Mistweaver Monk. Hey-yaw. Life Cocoon healing increased by 33%. Soothing Mist, 40%. Enveloping Mist, 25%. Mystipeaks. Chance to trigger reduced. Wah wah. 2.5 and 5%. Enveloping Breath now heals up to 5 targets instead of 6. Invigorating Mists healing increased 25%. Reduced beyond 5 targets. Burst of Life 100%. Vivify direct heals 30%. Clouded Focus now increases the healing and decreases the mana cost of Vivify by 15 down from 20. Ancient Teachings range increase. That's good. Ancient Accordance now costs 1 point. Okay, and then they redesign the set, which won't matter soon enough. So it looks like a similar theme. We're buffing rotational healing spells, right? Summon. Healing Stream, 20% buff. Healing Surge, 30% buff. Healing Wave, 30% buff. Primordial Wave replicates, so nerf, 20% nerf to Primordial Wave. Cloudburst, 10% nerf. Ascendance, 20% nerf. Mana Tide now increases mana regeneration by 80%. 100%. Resurge. Sorry, I was reading chat and I think I like Mitch McConnell for a second there. Resurgence now restores 20% less mana. So it seems like again, rotational spells buffed, cooldowns nerfed. Hopefully the dungeons like are also adapted to this. Okay, and now we're into warlocks that only Gregory cares about. Okay, so man, this is a lot to like take in right now. Upon first read, I'm super excited to play Disc Priest, but if you're gonna nerf, well, I guess I don't. It's not like they're removing Mass Dispel and PI. They're nerfing them, but for a class that has no utility, it kind of sucks to have all your utility nerfed. I dislike the Mass Dispel nerf. I really like what they're doing with simplifying the disc rotation. I think it's going to be hard to really interpret it until you try it, though. Yeah, I mean, there's clear intent here. Let's read this. Healing throughput and mana regeneration in Guardians of the Dream. Healers have a lot of decisions and resources to manage that change depending on the type of content you are doing. At its core, we want healers to have interesting abilities and choices to make while healing, and we want you to have to manage your mana pool. We're hoping our changes reduce the amount of overhealing and make mana matters slightly more. Thumbs down, which should make healing across the game a more enjoyable experience. Single target healing spells currently don't feel like they move the health bar enough. Amen, brother. We want these heals to be impactful and have a purpose, and hope this makes healing a Mythic Plus dungeon less stressful for healers. I'll drink to that. Group healing spells have seen a lot of modifications and increases to their total throughput over the course of Dragonflight. These spells often feel like they are rapidly increasing a raid from a damaged state to a full health state. We plan on adjusting the effectiveness of many of these spells. Raid survivability cooldowns feel like they have all entered the territory of making your raid feel nearly invulnerable when being used. While it's a great moment for everyone to stack a power word barrier and reduce damage taken and stack a few healing cooldowns, we think the combined power of these is escalated to a point where they make the raid slightly too sturdy. Mana regeneration is a problem that's related to all of the above. We want mana to feel like a finite resource, and for the few ways you can still generate mana to be relevant, but we want your spell choices during a raid fight to matter. We're reducing the effectiveness of many mana restoration class abilities and specific items. Okay. I thought there was gonna be like a, oops. I thought there was gonna be a punchline here, and it never came. Yeah, mana problems are fun. Just ask Resto Druids. Hey, I'll take this over the healing's too easy, so we're gonna nerf it by 40%. I get it. The thing about mana, though, is like mana is a resource that's like unlike rage or energy or focus or essence or whatever you got, because those like will pull back up again quickly and you get to continue to play. Like when you run out of mana as a healer, especially in a raid, like, did you fuck up? Like, yeah, but you're done. You're essentially done, right? Like, you don't really get well, I'll just stand here for a second and I'll come back. Yeah, Gregory, so heals are beefier, but you're gonna have to watch your mana a little bit more. I'll have to see how that plays out. They needed to do something. Healing feels like really crappy right now, as I and many others have Yeah, and my point of view is skewed here because I haven't been raiding much lately, but I've definitely raided a lot in my years. It's not like I've never raided before. Interesting stuff, man. Do you think it's boring when mana is unlimited? Here's what I want when it comes to mana. The thing that's confused me is why has mana been a finite resource for some specs but not others? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, why can I play one of my healing tunes and never need to drink? While on another, I have to drink all the time. Like, what? I don't really care if they make mana a thing, as long as it's a thing for everyone and not just a thing for some people. So, because that's kind of the world we live in now. Like, my druid feels super mana starved, whereas like my disc priest and my paladin feel like they could just heal all day long in M+. So I'm fine either way, but I want it to be consistent, and I don't think any spec should be like exempt from that. Yeah. Okay. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. Very interesting. Let's switch to El Gamerino. And let's actually make it so you can see the game, because I heard that makes for a more enjoyable experience on your end. Can't confirm that, but seems right. Ultimate Penitence. Is that the Magneto buff? I went over everything, Dime. I'll probably, well, I mean, the VOD always gets posted, but maybe I'll actually, like, chop it up. I didn't record it, because why would I record something as valuable as that? Anyway, I guess I can chop up the YouTube clip. It'll be okay, I guess. No, how can I see? Do I have to download PTR? I want to see. I imagine it like Magneto. Hold on, let me show you how I imagine it, and you tell me if I'm wrong. Because if it doesn't look like this now, I'm going to be disappointed. Does it look like that? Oh, my chat's over it. Does it look like this? Or like this? That's what I want. That's how I want it to look. So good. Fuck, man. It's exactly like Magneto. Okay. We're maining Discs Season 3. It's much more fun when you work in mechanics to get mana back. I remember Resto Shaman a long time ago. They gave mana back when you use Lightning Bolt. Something like that would be fun. Yeah. Dude, that sounds freaking cool, man. I'm excited. I love my priest anyway. Check out priest tier set on PTR. There's a reason they did show it all the... Damn it, you guys. I don't have PTR installed right now. Maybe next stream. Can Disc just be like really good next year and we can main it? And really good and not like just I like that they're like, hey, the spec is too convoluted. It has too many baby cooldowns. Fuck yeah. Good job, Blizz. Of everything I read, new season, new dungeons, ballot, that was the Disc Priest notes were the highlight of it. So, good job. Good job. Don't I like my Pala? Oh yeah, I mean we're gonna do some Paladin. I got on my Druid because I've changed my build up. So last stream we talked about what do we get rid of to keep Harmonious blooming and use Grove Guardian. So this is what we're doing. We're gonna drop Tranquility, which I don't think is that bad. Tranquility honestly doesn't get used like all that much. We're gonna try it. I might miss it. I also took Tranquil Mind. Give this a shot. Perhaps this will help with mana. So we'll see. Get some more free regrowths. Why not? We're gonna give it a try. So anyway, Tranquility gone. Harmonious blooming back. Trees still here. We're gonna just give it a try. Probably in just one key. Like, there's really not much reason that we need to play the Druid a whole bunch. I think we've basically seen what there is to see. For Druid, I'm excited for that new Circle of Life and Death talent, though. That speeds up your hots, or not your hots, your dots, but not so much your hots. I think that will be, I think that's going to be a good one. What's a crappy one? You guys want to try? Do we have to? Our Halls of Infusion is super low on this guy. What's our worst fortified key? Neltharis. Oh, also VP. I forgot I kind of gave up on this guy after a while. After Og came out, I was like, well, I guess Druid's dead. I wasn't wrong. I hate Neltharis. I will look for a Neltharis or a VP. We're not going to do anything crazy. There's really no reason to like push super hard right now. Ugh. Queuing for Neltharis dungeons? What has happened to me? It's no surprise that my lowest keys are also my like least favorite dungeons. Dude, this dungeon pool though, season 2 dungeon pool, can suck it. I'm not gonna main monk. I'll tell you that right now. I don't really enjoy Mistweaver Monk that much. I'm sorry. What do I think about Shaman? I was playing it and it was so boring. I mean, they're kind of they're good. I think they're great pug healers. They are a little bit vanilla for my tastes. You're playing Paladin and Druid. The gameplay is not like super dynamic. It's a little bit slower paced. I like them okay. They're very sturdy, solid. Am I seriously not getting invited to these keys? Oh, I remember why we stopped playing Druid now. Just can't get in a freaking group, dude. I just want to test one freaking build. You guys are gonna make me... Alright, well, if I'm gonna join something that's not an IO increase, then I'm not gonna join a dungeon that I can't stand. We'll do an Underrot. Or a Nelthar... Oh, no, Neltharian's. That one filled up. Priest would be really fun to main. I haven't mained my priests in Shadowlands, so we'll see. There's like 3 ingredients to there's 3 ingredients to healer balance, right? Like, first of it is like, you know, the actual balance, how they buff or nerf our spells from patch to patch. But there's also the tier set and what that does. And then there's also how the spec actually interacts with the dungeon. Because, like, nobody thought Holy Paladin was going to be any good. You may remember, if you go back and search, like, you know, tier lists going into Season 2, nobody had Paladin frickin' anywhere. Everybody thought, oh, it's still going to be Evoker and Druid, like, why would it change? They didn't get nerfed. Or actually, I think everybody thought it was going to be Shaman. Yeah, everybody thought Shaman was going to be, like, king. Did I actually not get invited to this group? Oh, there we go. Man. Druid life is rough. And then once we actually saw how Paladin interacted with the dungeons, it's like, oh, they can trivialize half the mechanics in here. He said that the meta would be Bear Paladin going into 10.1. I mean, he wasn't really right until 10.1.5, though, but that's more foresight than I had. I think for my next tier list video, should I just, like, put all the specs on darts and throw them at a board? And then, like, literally just record myself doing that? And then we can go back and see how well I did. Do a review. I don't think I have a dart board anymore. Maybe I can go to a bar and convince them to let me use it. Like, dude, don't worry. This video is gonna put this bar on the map. Stand back. Hold my phone. Or a marble race. Just write every spec on a bunch of dog bones and throw them at my dog and see, like, what order she eats them in. It's gonna eat them way too fast for me to make any sense of it. Hi. Paladins were already the best healer before 10.1.5, yep. It wasn't just people playing them in anticipation either. Like, people were starting to figure out that they had the, like, absolute magic box of utility to be successful in a season. If Shadow Priest wasn't so good, Disc might have been the meta healer, because you needed a Master Spell so bad. You needed a Master Spell for Season 2 so bad that they nerfed it for Season 3, and then said you probably won't need a Master Spell for this season, in so many words. Fucking brilliant, dude. Fucking brilliant. Where are we going? Altharian's Lair, I think? I'm just here to press the tree button. We're only gonna do one. I don't feel the need to, These guys don't have the port, do they? Oh, pshaw. Good shit, man. Interesting Interesting notes. I do think that Blizzard is trying. Yeah, I agree with I forgot who said that, but they're trying. They are definitely using community feedback. I'm sure they've heard from a ton of healers. Well, and also just the fact that I mean, people didn't want to play healer this patch, like worse than I'd ever seen. Those sets, oh, like visually. Dude, this song is absolutely tickling my fancy. Hell yeah. And this frickin' saxophone solo or whatever it is. Alright, we're gonna go with this. See how it feels. Do you have any clear casting buffs we get with that talent too? I saw J.B running this. I decided to copy it word for word on my homework tonight. Can I at least change it a little bit? No, I will not. I'm gonna copy it word for word. That Oxford comma you left out, I'm leaving it out too. It was like having your hands tied and getting punched in the face by groups for having your hands tied. Wait, what are we talking about here? Oh, a Dart Indian Invoker mask? Okay. Where's my group? Let's summon these two. Be halfway done with this place by now. We could be killing crocolisks in the wetlands. Where's this guy? No, he's way... He definitely took the wrong train. Going anywhere.
I have many wares.
Oh, I see. That was your take on Season 2 healing. Yeah, it wasn't... Man, I'll take a look at the tier bonuses. I want to do a dungeon. I can't process all this stuff. But we should take a look.
My father's ancient lair.
I thought that they just had the visuals down. I didn't realize that they actually had the tier set bonuses. I didn't know they had the bonuses already out too. Tier set bonuses revealed. All right, we got it queued up. We'll take a look at it after we finish this key. I don't really want to burst. Whatever, I already drank it. I'm not going to click it off. Interesting for Druid, Resto Druid, that they're buffing big buffs to Wrath and Star Surge. But nothing to any like cat form ability. I think you're seeing like cat form. It seems like they want more like balancey spells than cat form spells for some reason.
5, 4.
Neltharion's Lair was the best dungeon of the season. IMO, yeah, it's definitely up there. I would say. I would probably say like Underrot, Freehold. I like Bracken. I actually like Brackenhide. Of all the Dragonflight dungeons we got this season, Brackenhide was the only one I liked. I didn't like Halls of Infusion. I absolutely hate. Oldemon, also not a crowd favorite. Yeah, those Moonkin forms look awesome. I saw those. Kind of wish this guy would have like pulled a lot. I was saving my ah! Hold on. Don't tell me good stuff about Druid. I want to play Disc Priest. I want to be Magneto. Okay. I do get a lot of clear casts with this talent. I haven't used this talent yet. Season 1 had like most of the good Dragonflight dungeons. Academy, pretty much any of them except Ruby Life Pools, which can suck it. No, it's not weird because I tried to do a Resto Druid run with my guild on a raid, and I was like lost. I was completely lost. It played like totally differently. Definitely playing Disc. Yeah, Siege. Yeah, Algathar Academy is a great dungeon. I like Knockhead too. I thought Knockhead was really cool. Azurvald is meh, and Ruby Life Pools is hyperspace astro garbage. Where's our tank at? Oh. It's not him. Oh, he's over here. It is gonna be weird that forgot that it was in Corp week. Oh god. Whew, thanks Bloodlust. Otherwise we would not have been fast enough to get that. I think yeah, boomy weaving is a more interesting playstyle. It definitely lends itself better, like, from a design perspective. I feel like it's better Druid gameplay to have to boomy weave than cat weave because you're not, like, naturally in melee, and you're not a melee spec. Well, maybe you're gonna have to, John. I don't know, man. I mean, you can cast some outside balance for them. They're gonna do literally twice as much damage. I'm being such a lazy freaking ramper in this key. Whatever. Look, we're gonna start. Oh, I just fucked it up. I hear the guy. Where is he? Oh, look at him over there. Oh! Oh! We got lazy. We thought he was dead.
Double kill. Double kill.
That's the only one I got for 4 people dying. That was funny. I think we thought he was gonna be dead. Well, I assume that's why nobody killed the ads. Why did I wait for a res? What a noob. Rogue's fun. I like Rogue. Oh, I haven't even been using my trees. I'm just in like Druid autopilot right now. Alright, we gotta start trying a little bit harder, clearly. I haven't even been using Grove Guardians. I'm like, oh, I want to test this build out. Let me not use any features from the said build. Smart. Get in there.
3, 2, 1. 3,
Oh,
2, 1.
happening here?
3, 2, 1.
That guy's dead, huh? I knew it! I called it. He had DED dead written all over him.
Three, 2, 1.
Oh, down he goes again to another avalanche. Actually, this clear casting talent is pretty good. Look at all these clear casts I'm getting. And the single target healing is great because everybody keeps getting hit by avalanche.
1.
3, 2, 1. Blast off? Oh god, I'm sorry. Look, and now I'm the one with the egg on my face. Yeah, we just went over the whole kit and caboodle, booger. Druid looks pretty cool, but we have determined that Disc Priest is our new favorite spec.
3, 2, 1.
How did he die from avalanche? The rocks hadn't even fallen yet. You guys are killing me here. You guys are just hemorrhaging
3,
their lives.
1.
Blam! Blam! Don't pull more! We've already pulled the one group and it's too much. No!
3, 2, 1.
This is, what is this, a 20? It's a 20. What's going on here? Oh, I don't think I'm spec'd into Typhoon.
3, 2.
Or did I change? I did spec into Typhoon! Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that. Because I was putting Typhoon back on my bars. We're doing great, you guys. I'm super happy to be playing retail WoW again. After a couple weeks of off time. We are gonna do some hardcore tonight, though. My Paladin is still alive, level 33. This is fortified. Dude, this clear casting is fantastic, actually. Why have we not been taking this? We're getting so much work out of this.
Three, 2,
Oh, crick.
1.
Oh, crikey.
Three, 2, 1.
Oh, we're going all in on this pull, apparently.
Three, 2, 1.
Oof.
3, 2, 1.
Why does it feel like those are falling faster?
3,
No, don't pull more! What are you doing? This is going horribly bad. I know
two,
how to remedy this situation. Let's introduce yet more mobs into the equation. No.
3, 2, 1.
It might actually be easier to do keys a little bit higher. Oh. I thought this was just going to be a quick jaunt through Neltharian's lair town. I didn't think we were going to be getting wrecked like this. We're taking way too many avalanches though, so for that, we suck. Okay, here it comes.
Three, two, one.
Okay, I swear to God, the 3, 2, 1. Sometimes it's like 5 seconds after that, and then sometimes it's immediate.
3, 2, 1.
Watch it. Whew. Tank is getting worked in there. Oh man. Did he just lay on hands himself? I think he did. Yeah, no harmonious blooming is, I think it's garbage. I think you need it. Oh, I saw that coming. Fuck, man. Did I get a countdown on that one? And I just missed it? I don't know, dude. Alright, we'll look at the tier sets next. Then we're going hardcore. Dude, I'm so done with this season. And there's nothing wrong, this is just me standing in mechanics. But I still don't want to. I don't even want to do it. It's awful. It's not fun. I'd 100% rely on the countdown. Not gonna lie. 100% rely on the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
That one definitely had one. But it's definitely not perfect. Like, it's got a tendency to sometimes be a little early. So you start running, and then you're like, when's it coming? And then you've already kind of like gone into the spot you wanted to go to. Like this. At least I'm not alone, as everybody is getting absolutely wrecked by avalanche in here.
Three, 2, 1.
Oh, what are you doing over there? Dude, this is
3, 2.
painful. Oh.
Pay attention, Navarone. I want you to see your heroes die.
Alright, I got one. I can't get a boat.
Dodge.
Rip. Oh no. So hard to believe somebody died in this group.
Dodge.
This is a 20. I just want to try out a new build that and I think it is a good build.
Dodge.
But honestly, I did a 20 thinking like, oh, this is gonna be easy, but no. The reality is that 20s are not easy when you're doing 20s with people that aren't accustomed to doing them. I have to res this guy again. Is it worth it? Time will tell. I didn't even pay attention to what it is. I feel like once I decided I was done with pushing rating for the season, I was like, well, I'm just gonna play like a clown the rest of the season. It's almost like every regrowth I get is oh, I should not be on that thing. I got lucky there. I'm lucky to be alive, especially having rezzed one guy twice already. They didn't talk about affixes, did they? I was trying to find stuff about them and I couldn't. I might be in the minority here, but I think they need to bring back a seasonal affix. I think Mythic Plus is kind of dull without a seasonal affix. They made one really bad one, Thundering, and people were like, we hate Thundering, Thundering sucks. So they were like, oh, okay, well, let's get rid of all of them. And it's kind of like, whoa, wait, some of them are really good. You don't have to get rid of all of them. Just make really good ones. This one, right? Yeah. I don't know what the I don't know what the answer to the affix riddle is, but I feel like getting rid of seasonal affixes definitely didn't. Like, okay, Thundering oh, there he died again. Thundering was just a terrible affix. That doesn't mean you have to get rid of all seasonals forever. I liked the seasonal affixes that actually add like a layer of strategy. Like Encrypted was actually my favorite. I think Shadowlands from a Mythic Plus standpoint might be a little underrated. Yeah, Adam's got it right there. It's great if you actually have the kit to deal with said affix, but if you don't, it's not a lot of fun. I need to use my trees more. I loved Encrypted. Like I said, Shadowlands, from an M Plus standpoint, underrated, man. I really think so. There's definitely some design flaws in the game, but I even wouldn't mind them bringing back some of the Shadowlands dungeons, to be honest with you. I'm ready. I'm ready to do Mists and Halls of Atonement again. Those were my favorites. I think I would take Mists and HOA over any Dragonflight dungeons. For Mythic Plus, not just like in general, because God, don't die. Barely saved him. The biggest problem with Shadowlands wasn't the dungeons. It was the Covenant system to start out was El Terrible, and there was, and also just like the massive content droughts. They were also not good. I gotta get back on my auto-attacking hardcore Paladin. Don't be terrified, Skip. You know, people always say that about the mega dungeons. They're like, "Ooh boy, when we see this in Mythic Plus, this is gonna be a doozy," and then they're always fine. I think Tazavesh, those were like, that's what people said about Tazavesh too. Like, oh man, when Tazavesh comes around, oh boy, we're in for a rude awakening. And then it turned out that Tazavesh was like the 2 easiest dungeons in Season 4. Super tight-lipped about anything beyond 10.2? Yeah, I mean, until they announce that expansion, I think there's gonna... My money's on a 10.3. Trees! Get out there and do your job. We just used a triple stack. Let's see what that feels like. Yeah, I liked Tazavesh. I thought Tazavesh was a super fun... Especially, alright, Besiege. Good night, dude. Gambit was a really cool dungeon. One interesting thing I've seen popping up on my like YouTube feed a lot lately is the idea that like even compared excuse me, even compared to Shadowlands, did not have used Flourish there. I was not aware of the boss hall. Even compared to Shadowlands, like Dragonflight player numbers, I believe, are very down. Which is kind of surprising, because I think they did a good job with Dragonflight, but it kind of makes you wonder if they've just burned their bridges too many times, you know?
2, 1.
There are also a lot of like good games out right now. Okay, that timer wasn't even in the ballpark of being correct, that countdown. But I just watched 2 videos over the last couple of days about how like player numbers are super low.
3, 2, 1.
And I mean, I would say that in all, Dragonflight is a better expansion than Shadowlands. And I think that's the general consensus about it. So it's interesting if like, yeah, have they just finally burned the bridges too many times, you know? Wouldn't be surprised. That was it. Because they did kind of have two stinker expansions in a row. BFA and Shadowlands. That's hard to recover from. There's a lot of... Dude, and I mean, there's a lot of good games out, too. I feel like there's just been, like, good... Especially recently. There's just so much other stuff, like, you can potentially play. I wanted to get that, but too many people were dying. Yeah, I think Dragonflight's better than... What did we have? BFA... It's not over, though. Like, I wouldn't crown it... Both BFA and Shadowlands improved over time. Dragonflight was a little bit better out of the box than... Dude, this group, like... Seems like they just take so much damage. Because I know hunters take a lot of damage, but Jesus, man, help me out here. Come on, trees. Where's our preservation of ochre? Shadowlands took like a long time to get better. That's true. But from a Blizzard standpoint, it's probably not great that their player base is... They feel like, hey, we finally made the expansion people have been asking for, and we still don't, like, the player base didn't come back. This hunter, dude, gets hit by everything. What is this guy's rating? 2,500. I also appreciate that the grind is, that was kind of a poorly placed one, my bad.
Hi.
Two, one.
Gotta get away over here. Because of I placed it pretty poorly. I feel, yeah, man, you know, I didn't realize though, like, it's kind of hard to, I feel like the only reason a new player would want to play WoW is because they have like some friend or family member that's like already into it. Dude, learning WoW is 20 years of like features and stuff. I didn't realize till I like taught my wife how to play it a few years back, and that was even during Legion, so there's been lots of stuff even since then. Oh shit, we don't have 100% trash. Why do I care about timing this key? I just feel like I shouldn't be not timing 20.
3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1.
Oh, the hunter dies at the worst possible time. in true hunter fashion. I think we got this, but I'm not sure we deserve it.
3, 2, 1.
The power of the Mad King Darkroll is broken, and Heinemann has you to thank.
Now I died. What the fuck?
There are other family matters that require my
I don't even understand what I look like. Wow, we timed that. We timed that key. What a fucking mess that was. I don't know how I died there. I felt like I died like before the rock even fell, but I honestly don't care. None of these guys have done this on a 20. They all just got their achievement. Whatever, it's fine. It's all good. GG. Played like garbage. Whatever. I'm not worried about it. Late bingo entries? Yeah. We've been mostly talking about the new patch stuff, Chris. I think that's what we're going to continue to do. Let's look at them tier sets. That was next on the menu. Oh, what the fuck is this big old black thing in the middle of my screen? Alright. Back into desktop mode. Druid Restoration 2 set. You and your Grove Guardians, dude, they are all in on Grove Guardians. I love it. You and your Grove Guardians nourishes now heal 2 additional allies within 40 yards at 40% effectiveness. Okay. They are nerfing that spell. Whatever. Seems like, I mean, so your nourish is like a cleave heal, and so is your pet. Interesting. I can't imagine you're gonna take nourish. Are you gonna take nourish for that? I don't know. Seems unlikely, but maybe. Clear casting now causes your regrowth to also cast nourish. Oh, there it is. Onto a nearby injured ally at 200% effectiveness, preferring those. Well, we saw how many clear casts you can get out of this Tranquil Mind talent. That might actually be pretty good. Interesting. I want to look at Og too because I play it. Every third prescience lasts 100% longer. Okay, that's as long as it's 100%, so it doesn't throw off your your rotation. If they made it like it lasts 39.1% longer, I'd be like, I'm not equipping this. 4 set. Casting prescience enhances your next eruption with smaller fissures for each prescience you have active, dealing 110% spell damage and extending ebon. Huh? Pretty okay. Alright, I'll show you Beast. Well, you want to see Bear and Beast Mastery? You got it, dude. Bear, 2 set. 20% of your damage and healing and 100% of the armor you gain during Rage of the Sleeper. Fuel growth of Dream Thorns, which wreath you in their protection after Rage of the Sleeper expires, absorbing 10% of damage dealt while the thorns remain. So it's like a shield after Rage of the Sleeper. 4 set. Each 40 rage you spend while Rage of the Sleeper is active extends its duration by 1 second up to 5. So you can essentially get up to 5 more seconds. Your Dream Thorns become Blazing Thorns, causing damage absorbed to be reflected at the attacker. Alright, Preservation Evoker. 2 set. Empowered spells cast Living Flame at enemies or allies at 40% effectiveness. Empowered spells cast living... Like, how many Living Flames? 1? Oh, at the enemies or allies struck. So if you... If do like a, you know, 5-man Spirit Bloom, they're all going to get hit by a Living Flame too, huh? Force that Living Flame has a chance to apply Echo at 100% effectiveness on allies healed, or an ally who doesn't already have it. Oh, this seems pretty good. You said you want to see BM Hunter? Well, it's a short one. Bestial Wrath summons a Dire Beast for 15 seconds. Dire Beast now obey your kill command and can gain Beast Cleave. Paladin, Holy. When Glimmer of Light dissipates or is refreshed, it creates a holy reverberation on its target to heal an ally or damage an enemy over 8 seconds. Wow. Multiple holy reverberations may overlap up to 3 times. Wow, that seems pretty good. For set, the cooldown of Daybreak is reduced by 15 seconds. This is the only one so far that didn't like synergize the 2 and 4 set. Monk, Mistweaver. Renewing Mist and its jumps apply Chi Harmony, increasing its target healing taken you by 15%? 50%? That can't... That a fucking typo? Renewing Mist and its jumps apply... Yeah, that can't be right, Braun. Right? That can't be right. For set, 15% of all healing you do to targets with Chi Harmony is stored and then dispersed evenly among your allies with Renewing Mists when Chi Harmony... Even if this is supposed to be like 15 or something, it seems like it would be really, really, really strong. Like, you have Renewing Mists on, like, basically everybody. So you're telling me they're going to be having 50% increased healing, and then it's going to, like, pop and heal them for 15% of the healing they took? Jesus! Disc Priest. 2 set bonus. Smite and Penance damage increased by 20%, and Smite extends the duration of an active atonement by 2 seconds. That's kind of neat. 4 sets. Smite has a 100% chance to cast an additional time during Shadow Covenant, dealing shadow damage. Interesting. Well, being that we don't really know what the Disc Priest rotation is going to look like anymore, because it's going to be simpler in theory, it'd be interesting to see how many smites you're supposed to cram into your Shadow Covenant window. Holy. 2 set. Holy Word Serenity applies 14 seconds of renew to its target. Okay. Holy Word Sanctify applies 5 seconds of renew. 4 set. Renews Healing has a chance to cause your next Sanctify or Serenity to not consume a charge. Renews Healing has a chance. Does it say what the chance is? It doesn't say what the chance is. This kind of is going to depend on what this so-called chance is. Because not consuming a charge is pretty freaking saucy. Restoration Shaman. 2 set bonus. Chain Heal, Healing Surge, and Healing Wave. Mark their initial target with Idle Reservoir. This is... Okay, I feel like the last 3 I've read have been really similar. Am I wrong? You cast your regular heals and it puts some little buff on people. Mark their initial target with a Tidal Reservoir. Dude, at this point, they must be just running out of buff names, causing them to receive 15% of all Riptide healing you deal for 10 seconds. Okay. Seems like pretty good throughput. And then 4 set Riptide's healing is increased 15%. Riptide is active on the same target as Tidal Reservoir. Its heal over time effect has a 10% chance to create a new Riptide on... my brain. Hold on, let me read that again. Its heal over time effect has a 10% chance... Oh, wow. It's going to be like Riptide City. This seems pretty good healing out throughput. Yeah, that Mistweaver one seems fucking crazy, dude. Okay. I'm definitely not a, Mistweaver expert, but the way I see this is, people are gonna have this 50% increased healing buff on them a lot. 50%. 50. 5-0. We're gonna see some... This is the, initial, balance stuff. This is all gonna change. Don't get a...
60% of the time, it works every time.
Alright. Cool. Phew. You know what time it is. It's time to try not to die. Oh, look who it is. Jonathan O'Meara. How's it going, dude? Finally stuff's lurking. Sounds insane considering how bad Mistweaver is. That might not be enough. 50%? 50%. There's no way it's gonna go live. No way. Is it gonna give him a... Is it going to give him a Bloodlust or a B-Res? Tier set images? Where are those at? Okay, let me check it out real quick. Let me move. I hate the way this add-on stacks up here. Let's move it right there. Yeah, that works. Okay. 0.22 set. First look. Alright. Let's see. It's time for a fashion show. This is Death Knight, Shaman, Demon Hunter. Okay, this looks like especially this one, this looks like every Demon Hunter set I've ever seen. This looks like... not impressed by any of these yet. Paladin, Druid, Mage. I kind of like this Mage one. I like the hat. The other ones, do they have any of the different tints or anything? What's this? Warrior and Priest. Priest looks the best so far. This one looks awful. What is that? Warrior? Dude, if I was a warrior, I'd be pissed. This looks like garbage. I'm not finding any of these to be oh, here's some. We didn't even look at... Oh, we missed a bunch of them, didn't we? No, just one. This is Warlock, Hunter, Monk. Okay. These all look... Not gonna lie. I think all these look like mediocre, except the Priest one looks cool. But it looks like the Priest one was developed on another level compared to everything else. The DK one's okay, yeah. I just feel like we've seen, haven't they had one like very similar to this? It reminds me of that, there's a Warlock set. It's purple. Kind of looks like that. They're all missing the highlighting in the screenshots. Some of the Druid one looks like, I don't doubt they look better in game. This Druid one is not doing it for me. The Shaman, like I bet these, is this thing? Is this like shoulder wolf fucking howling? Because if it is, that's probably pretty sweet. Yeah, I'll have to see. These are not great like presentations by any means. Took their Master Spell, nerfed their PI, but gave them a what looks like pretty sweet Disc Priest rotation. Hey, don't talk crap about my future main, Gregory. Heroic and Mythic Priest colors are awful. Well, why am I only seeing... This is like the laziest presentation ever. The Mage Helm looks really cool. I agree. I'm not super impressed. Where's the Hunter? Demon Hunter, Warrior, Hunter. This looks like a quest set with better shoulders. They never put the models on. At least they didn't put them all on humans. Is there any better... representate? Now this is the same thing. Dude, I could take better screenshots than this though. Like, at least zoom it in. Trash. This is trash. I'll install PTR. We have not dying to do. Cries and Beastmaster. Yeah, sorry, dude. Is that what Renewing Mist is made of? Hey, why do we only have 11 likes? What's wrong with you guys? Don't forget to thumbs up the stream. I'll find you. I have a very particular set of skills. Unique set of skills? Oh, I forgot. We need to fly to Arathi Highlands. Arathi. The spy music, yeah. You know what? I tried the jump like 2 more times, Chris. I couldn't do it.
Where would you like to fly to?
I couldn't do it.
Go with.
And now I'm like way past. Can I make this thing like smaller? It's huge. I guess when I pass this part, it'll go away. There's like too much crap on the screen right now. I don't even need this from Questy. I don't even look at Questy. I feel like my character is almost completely covered in just garbo. Deathlog. This is what I'm interested in. Chances to 60. Paladin. And this, does this hasn't updated at all? Survival. What's hazard? Huh. Paladin and Priest have the best shot at making it to 60. Shaman has the best shot at making it to 10 and the worst shot of making it to 60. 72% chance they're gonna get to 10. 0.07 chance they make it to 60. Warlock's pretty bad too. At least Warlock is consistently bad all throughout. PTR appearances tab is the best way. It takes 5. Yeah, I'm not gonna install PTR like on midstream though. I don't want to do that. There's a gentle balance of streaming games on my PC, recording and trying to download a game probably isn't gonna turn out well for anyone. So what are we? 33 now, man. 33. And still alive. That last stream, I had to turn it off, dude, because I could tell I was gonna die if I kept playing. It was gonna be bad. Bad news, bears. My pally is very observant of you, Quill. You're actually right, because I'm actually running 8% faster. Not to mention that I am 7 levels away from a free mount, if I can live that long. Damn, that's a good eye, Quill. Good eye, man. I know 8% isn't a lot, but I can feel it too, like in my play. I thought about respeccing into Ret fully, but I think I'm gonna be glad I have these talents as emergency lifesavers. It's a Storm Guard. I pronounced this as Storm Guard for about 15 years before I realized it's actually Strom Guard. I think the Warlock mount is free. We're gonna get our first aid leveled up, which is good because I've been holding all this cloth. This is the friendly side. Where you at, girl? Somebody died over here. Follow the arrow closely once you're inside. I probably should have read that part. There you are. Deneb. What do we need here? We're gonna want all these. But why? Oh my god, look at this cast time. This is unnecessary. Anybody know any good jokes while we wait for this to learn expert first aid? Classic WoW, everyone. Okay. Make some heckin' bandages, dude. These wool bandages may as well be used as toilet paper because they barely move my health bar as a chunkster paladin. So what do you guys think about the decision to like strengthen your healing rotation and weaken your cooldowns? Because I'm digging it from a Mythic Plus standpoint. That was actually something I had, you know, not to take full and entire credit for the change, but I'll go ahead and take full and entire credit for the change. Did mention that in my quit healing video, that it feels like your healing rotation is just like something to do while you wait for your cooldowns to come back up. I think we'll make 20 should hold us over for now. We got leveling to do, boys. We gotta go up there. Oh my god. Can we like jump? There, that's the door right there. Sweet. Woohoo. I think it's a good idea. They have to make sure that the damage patterns actually match the healing style, though. Dragonflight has just been like cooldowns, cooldowns, cooldowns. Like, you better know how to handle like tremendous amount of damage. Booger doesn't give a shit. Thanks, Booger. Oh, I am not going to be online Saturday, so I think we're going to move that stream to either Sunday or Monday. But I'm going to be on a little mini trip tomorrow. Oh, definitely not tomorrow, so I guess, yeah, Sunday or Monday. Tomorrow and Saturday I will be gone. If you are a friend, you will see me on BNet, because I'll be playing on my laptop out in the woods like a loser. Because apparently I can't completely disconnect from video games. Oh, I'll be Sunday morning, dude. I'll be ready to watch the Niners kick the crap out of the Steelers. Oh yeah. Oh, well, we had a TV. You know where I'm going, Jonathan. You know what time it is. It's clobbering time. See you in the woods, mountain man. Yeah, that didn't sound creepy at all. Alright, let's see how much these bandages move the... not the best. What are we killing here? Highwayman and mercenary. So, there's a mercenary. Dude, Paladin just sucks at killing stuff, like, even equal to your level. Paladin's just, like, not great at handling it, not gonna lie. I'm gonna just stun this hoe before she pulls friends. Paladin's like killing greenies. Watch the Cowboys kill you slowly. Hey, we gave you our third string quarterback, Trey Lance. He only cost us 3 first-round picks. What a resounding success. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like as levels get higher, Paladin gets like, you just... I mean, every mob takes about, I don't know, a third of your life. It just seems like it takes so long to kill them. That's why sometimes I wish I would have specced into more damage, but, like, I don't know if 10 points in Holy, it, like, really justifies this choice. When it saves me from dying, it does. When it helps me take, a year to kill mobs, not really. Jerry Doan's death doesn't seem like it's that far off to bring some positive into it. We didn't even need this guy. This guy's just a waste of life. Jerry Jones is pretty damn old. I'm not saying anything groundbreaking here. I feel like there used to be stealth mobs around here. Oh, it does say right there on the freaking add-on I'm reading. Be aware, Syndicate Highwaymen are in stealth. Is that why I haven't found any to kill? The Washington Commanders. I liked it when you guys were the Washington football team. Best name ever. We have to find 10 of the stealth guys? Oh, man. That's so lame. At least our add-on kind of tells us where they are. Let's use our perception. Oh, oh, sick right behind me. He's like, perceive this. Ugh. I was explaining to my like very young kid one time like the different football team names, and when we got to the Washington football team he was like super confused because they were not the Commanders yet. He's like, wait, they're just the football team? Like, yeah, dude, it's straightforward, you know, tells you exactly what they're about. It's like a good resume. No frills, tells you exactly what they're all about. I sneak up on you, bitch. Commanders. I don't think Commanders is... I don't know, like Washington always has this like... Seems like all the Washington teams feel like they have to go with the, like, political theme. I miss the Washington Bullets, dude. That was a cool name. Too bad they had to change it. Can't be Washington Bullets. It's too racist. Now they're the Wizards. Oh, the Wiz. No, Adam, I tried it 2 more times later on that, like, the next morning, and I could not do the jump. But I did kill those bastard Dark Iron Dwarves that were giving me trouble. Nobody cared about that part. The Washington Justice is actually pretty sweet, man. That's not a bad idea. That's the best Washington name I've ever heard from a frickin' Overwatch team. Oh, I see you. Yeah, when I was a kid, they were the Bullets. Oh, did the Lions beat the Chiefs? I hadn't even paying attention. I think we're gonna aggro one of them. We didn't aggro. Yeah, we're digging them out pretty good here. They're pretty easy to find. Good. I hate the Chiefs. Go Lions. Washington Justice. That's a sick name. I have a fantasy football team, but I didn't have any players going tonight. My opponent did have somebody going. He wasn't doing anything. I was gonna drop this team, but I had some good fantasy football years. I've won like multiple. You're looking at a multi-championship fantasy football winner across 2 different leagues. But I will tell you, man, being a fantasy football player as a parent hits different, and not in a good way. Ever since I became a parent, I feel like, actually not the first year or so, because when I was like not sleeping all night, I'd like, you know, look at the waiver wire and shit. But now, I'm terrible, dude. Terrible fantasy football manager. My team's waiting for me to die so they can get a new owner. Chiefs, a new receiver dropped every catch. Who's their new receiver? My kid is gonna be 5 in November. What do we need here? 1 highwayman and 2 mercenaries. I heard it. I heard this. There he is. Fight me, you son of a bitch! I don't. Yeah, I like the Lions well enough. Like, they've never even been to a Super Bowl. I feel like in my lifetime they've been to the playoffs like twice. They trade their quarterback. Dude fucking instantly wins the Super Bowl without him. Like, they're just like the jobber of the NFL. They have been for so long too. It's like every Thanksgiving the whole country gets together just to watch them lose to like some whatever team they happen to be facing. Bitch. Bitch has some fast attack speed. No. Don't you go running. Ow! Somebody's pelting me with arrows back there. I don't like it. We're gonna run away. I do want to watch for stealth guys. We don't need to get frickin'... Yeah, I got nothing against the Lions. They seem like they got a pretty good young team. Don't need that guy. I need this dude right here. Yeah. Everybody's waiting for me to die in some respect or other. Dude, these guys attack so fast. I can't wait to get plate armor too. That'll be nice. Woo, we did it, everybody. We beat the quest. Talk to Captain Niles. Only theme you have against anybody is Philly. I have a... I definitely dislike the Seahawks as a Niner fan, and I've had my struggles with the Packers as well because I'm married to like a hardcore Packer fan. Alright, dude. Have a good night, husband. See you next time. Where are we going here? Are these trolls? Are these some elites over here, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers has definitely gone on a strange journey as a person. He's definitely like just gone total like deep end over the last few years. Even like I said, my wife, who may or may not be watching right now. All right, Jonathan, thanks for finally speaking up, dude. I knew you were out there somewhere. My diehard Packer fan wife, who may or may not be watching, is like on the fence about him now after like, you know, years of obviously liking him because he was so good. I feel like he doesn't seem like a person who's would be a lot of fun to play with, like as a teammate. Every time something goes wrong, he has that like that his disappointed face is just so perfectly bad. Like his it's not even a scowl, because it's not a scowl. It's just like look of complete despair anytime something goes wrong. What do you guys think about respeccing these? Like, we'd fill this completely out. We'd get improved red aura. I think we'd probably be working on vindication. I forget.
Very good, adventurer.
Now
With the
where are we
deaths of
going?
those syndicate
Hearth
members,
to shut
we should have an easier
Hearth
time receiving
to
supplies
South
from
Shore. That's a
Perhaps our cause
mouthful.
yet has hope. The syndicate in Stromgarde do
And
battle
then we're gonna
with our
fly
contingents
to the
of militia.
Weddies, the
In order to urge the
wetlands.
rabble to fight our more disciplined troops,
That was an
syndicate
interesting
leaders have
little
placed a bounty
cup
on
of
our
tea
soldiers,
in
awarding
that zone.
gold for each Stromgarde badge.
See if we
gathered
can
off
get to
killed
34
militia.
tonight.
We
It's
want
probably
those
all we're gonna
badges
have time for.
retrieved. We cannot allow the cutthroats to take trophies from our brave fallen. Enter the syndicate-controlled area of
Trophies
Stromgarde
from our
and hunt them
fallen?
for our
Hell
badges.
no. Absolutely not will we allow that.
Where would you like to fly to?
Alright, back. I feel like we've been in wetlands like so much, man. We've spent a lot of time there. Talk to Vincent Hpal. And then Mikhail. Use CC on Slim's friend if needed. Alright. Oh, a 60 died. Killed by unstable corpse. I don't know where that is. I feel like once you die at level 60 though, like no big deal, right? You just go keep playing on regular classic. Hey David, thanks for the sub, dude. Like we're gonna be fighting defeat. Oh, okay, so we need to focus on Slim because his friend will submit. Tackling a 14 HOI as a healer? Or as a what are you playing, Quill? It's fortified. Yeah, lots of CCs on the balls and defensives on the dragon AoE.
James, oh, he left quite some time ago.
Talk to
Felt the second wind
Mikhail.
of fate
Who's
creep into the
Mikhail?
hotel.
There he is.
Not
Ah,
much
there he is. Alright.
With all the insanity
Oh,
on the
from a
borderline,
DPS
many people joined
perspective.
up with Jaina Proudmoore when she went across the sea. My brother James went with Lady Proudmoore across the sea.
Well,
Last
it's
I heard,
fortified.
fighting
The
had
main
settled
things you're
down
gonna
over
die
there, and
from
James was setting up an inn somewhere on the
are gonna
continent.
be the dragon,
Wherever he is, I'm sure he's doing
dragon
good business.
AoE, and
Damn fine cook he was.
don't get
I
hit by the
haven't
big
heard
blue
from him for a
swirlies.
while now. Too busy with his inn, I'd wager. But the clerk in Theramore could probably point you to him.
Yeah. Watch the use defensives when the balls cast a. Okay, hold on. Accepting the quest will make Papoke Slim. Oh, the missing diplomat. Where is this guy? Oh, here. Okay, we gotta be ready. Quickly run outside.
Say Elling sent you here.
Here he
Well then,
goes.
the hospitality I expressed is now tenfold. Anything you need, just ask. I will do my best to aid you.
Your stealth kind of sucks, dude.
Not sure the name sounds familiar, but I'll keep my eyes out for it. Don't look out, friend, but the gentleman over by the exit is looking over you. He's listening to our conversation a little more intently if you catch my meaning.
We're gonna be exceedingly careful here.
He makes a break for the door.
What? Oh. They just totally didn't need to use a health pot there. Whatever. I didn't know that he was gonna go. Okay. I did defeat him. Alright. Now we go back. This missing diplomat quest is pretty long and involved. Dude, this playlist has everything from like smooth jazz, like literally smooth jazz to death metal.
Good for you. I'm surprised that was slim. I'll be honest, I never thought I'd miss the excitement of some of the more devious underground activities. I guess old habits die hard. Don't mention that to Elling.
We're going to Theramore. Wow.
If he heard I missed the action. I'm glad I could at least be of a little
Which one
service
is,
to you while you were
which
in
boat is the
Meadowville.
Theramore?
If
I
you
guess
need
it's
anything
probably
else,
this one over
just
here.
ask. The Defiance
That's
didn't
Dark
pay me
Shore.
well enough to die for their cause. They took the king. Yeah, the king of Stormwind, not some lowly diplomat. He was on his way to Theramore to meet with Jaina Proudmoore. It was a big deal apparently, and a big secret. But it's not just the Defias that are involved. They're working with someone. I think they knew this was bigger than them.
I've always pronounced
Part
it
was just to get their
Defias,
man on board the king's ship while it was
not
in the harbor.
Defias.
The guy's name was Hendel. That's all I know. I swear. The king? I mean, the king, the real king. Are you joking? You didn't mention you were looking for the king's kidnappers? I didn't even hear he was missing. That would explain his son
This
being
is the right
crowned
one.
some. I'll send word to
Theramore.
Elling.
Alright, let's level
He'll
up
want
our
to know
first
if we're
aid
on the
as
trail.
per the
I
guide.
would never have guessed John would sell out Stormwind for some lousy coin. Even a rogue's gotta have honor when it comes to some things. The key
Even a
was to
rogue's
find
gotta
this
have
Hendel,
honor.
and I
No, they
think I
don't.
can help with that.
Those dirty
The beginning of
bastards.
every month, the Cool Tyrus Marines all get paid and usually leave Theramore for somewhere else. A lot of them come here to womanize, carouse, and just have a good time. One of those groups I'd consider regulars here at the tavern, and I believe this Hendel is among them. Commander Samal and Theramore would be
Next
able to
one,
help
we
you
use at
find him if
180.
Hendel's still stationed there. He's
I'd like to get it out of my
completely
inventory.
But if you drop Elling's name, he should help you out.
Defias, right?
Discreet.
Yeah, I've only ever heard it pronounced Defias. I feel better now. Adam, you still playing any Diablo 4? No, I'm leveling as Ret. I did put some points into Holy so I could heal myself better, but I'm kind of regretting it. And I don't know if I want to spend one whole Stropony to, There we go. Respect. Defiant, not defiant. Hey, you're being defiant. This guy's being defiant. Now I'm leveling as mostly Ret. I took these first two talents so I could heal myself better, but I think it was maybe not the best idea because we might respec because we don't have to worry about saving for a mount. We can shell out 1 gold. I forget in Classic though, like how many that respec keeps going up, and does it go down over time or not? Like if you don't respec for a long time, does the cost decrease? Why do I feel like that was a thing at some point? Yeah, I logged in the other day. I got this like itch to play it. And I actually was like, hey man, it might be fun to like try and like speed run a tune, right? And I was looking at the speed running guide and I was like, oh my god, this looks like the most boring, monotonous thing ever. It was like dopamine tunnels for the first 50 levels and then nightmare dungeons for the second 50. It's like, wow, that's so boring. Like, come on, dude. Yeah, you gotta give me something more than that. Did we get to 210? No, we didn't. At least we got a lot of inventory space, which is nice. And I can't believe we're going to Theramore already. Or even is Theramore? It's down here, right? Yeah. What level is this place? Yeah, I feel like we're we're probably just gonna be going to this very first front part. This guide has you like, you'll like dip into a zone and then you'll leave and you won't come back for a very long time. Oh, we're here! We're here already. Wait. No, we're not. We haven't left yet. There we are. Fucking moron. I do like this guide a lot though. Like for my money, it was worth. There was only one person in my last two YouTube videos, which both had like 10,000, 20,000 views or whatever. There's only one comment that was like, you paid for a leveling add-on, you're a loser. And I was like, kind of expecting more, to be honest with you. I thought I was gonna get more people that called me a loser. I think we're gonna respec. This 10 points is not worth what we're getting here. It's just not. 10% int and 70% knockback chance is just not worth it for how slow we're killing right now. Like, we'll save ourselves damage in just the amount of time we kill things in. I don't know, we might regret that. This is... I believe this is overly cautious with all the things you have to keep your Paladin alive. Like, taking this too is like... It's like, you know, having like an armed guard in front of your house and sleeping with a gun under your bed. And then under your gun, you've got like a hand grenade. It's like, are you really gonna use that, dude? But it's not even a hand grenade, because that would be, like, undeniably effective. It's like a... I don't know. Brass knuckles or something. It's like, if they got through your armed guard and your gun, what are your brass knuckles gonna do? What if it just made your gun bigger? This analogy may or may not be working out the way I want it to. I think next time we find ourselves in a main town, we'll respec.
I can't help it if I feel sorry for old Jim there. He wasn't always
Old
like that.
Jim.
Ran it in out in the marsh
Set your
for a
Hearthstone
while,
for
wonderful
Theramore,
place.
huh?
Look, I don't really want to talk
You're gonna
about
be
it.
spending
Bring
a
it
lot
up
of
with
time
Captain
here?
Vimes if you really have to.
Welcome to my inn.
We need some mana bananas too.
Safe travels.
Laura Longears, so she's literally an elf. That's kind of messed up, dude. Talk to Clerk Lendry upstairs in the keep. This is not the keep. So many changes. Wondering what you should play. You're just gonna keep being a altaholic. I'm really liking Disc. What I'm seeing from Disc in those patch notes. I think I could see myself playing my priest again. It was sure nice of the human race in World of Warcraft to unanimously agree that they're only going to build like 4 types of structures.
James Hyle. Why does that name sound so familiar? Of course, the Shady Rest Inn incident. If you have any information about what happened there, I would urge you to speak with Captain Vimes about it. He's handling the investigation. A pleasure to meet you, adventurer. I am Commander Samal. I'm in charge of Miss Proudmore's forces here in Theramore. Although I'm quite busy, if you have any questions, please feel free to speak up. I might have to keep it short, but there's no reason for me to be rude if you need my help.
I wouldn't. I might keep my evoker up to date too. I don't know whether that will be aug or
The swamp is filled with
preservation, but
Hendel, yes, I know them.
I do like
But why
my
would you
my
need one of
augmentation
mine?
evoker quite a bit.
Elling sent you to find him?
There was literally no
Elling
notes
wouldn't
about
have you come to me
augmentation,
first if your business wasn't
which is
troubled. I understand if you can't tell me what this is about.
as an
but know
augmentation
this.
player
I have a duty
worrisome,
to protect these lands.
because that makes me think that like something big is coming their way.
I believe
They're
Hendel
definitely
stands
not
a
gonna
tower
just keep
outside of
them
Theramore. Be cautious.
as is.
James Hiles' his real name.
I
He
think
opened
they
an inn at the edge of the Barrens.
kinda
Wanted to
fucked
make
up
a
with
nice
that
place
spec.
for travelers to stop over.
I hate to say it because I like the spec, but
For a while. Then we lost control of the roads in the marsh and the ogres took over. James was too stubborn to give up his dream for safety within our walls, and the Shady Rest Inn was burnt to the ground. We're investigating, but haven't had much luck.
suspicious by their absence. Augmentation evoker changes. Alright. I found it. Hello, Archmage Turvosh.
Well met, adventurer. We must be
Well
brief
met.
because there is much to do.
That's
The
it.
man you seek,
Flight a
unknown
ratchet.
as
That's
Hendel,
it.
is
Just
not
this
you.
and flight a
Other sources
ratchet.
have
Huh?
brought to the Lady Proudmoore information I believe you already know. She has asked me to find you and give you aid in your venture. If you would allow it,
I
will tell
I
you
have
where to
learned
find
that
Private
you
Hendel
are
so we can
best
bring
off
him to
just
justice.
blindly following this add-on. Like, don't question it.
Currently on
Just
guard duty, protecting
fucking
some
do what
of
it
Theramore's
says.
infiltrators.
As soon as you start to try and take liberties or think you know better than it, you end up screwing yourself some point down the line.
You should have no problem finding it. Just look for the tents along the road. I have another matter to attend to, but I shall catch up to you soon enough. You can always find me in the Lady Proudmoore's tower if you have any problems.
Where's the flight master? Definitely not here. This is gonna end up blocking us in. What are we gonna do in Ratchet? Probably just turn something in. Ratchet's pretty close, right? Yeah, it's like right up there. Forget how big the freaking Barrens is. Yeah, I mean, those tier sets look like trash in those screenshots for sure.
Where would you like to fly to?
I'm not surprised they look better because I don't see how they could look much worse. Yeah, that warrior one looked awful. Well, I don't think... Was it them or those are Wowhead screenshots? I can't imagine Blizzard releasing that. I'll take meh over garbage. Mythic's even good? Wow. Good is pretty good. Actually, good is good. Pretty good is pretty good. Oh, screen grabs from the video? Yeah, that's gonna be pretty low quality then. Yeah, they looked off. Like, I could literally, like, log into PTR and take screenshots that look better than that. Here we go to Ratchet. Quests I can do. This is, oh, we're going 1,000 needles. Wow, I haven't been to vanilla 1,000 needles. Dang. The ballsy alliance move. Interested to see how this plays out. talk to Fuzzruckle? Or Zickle. I'm talking to Fuzzruckle. What's up, dude?
Hey, how you doing?
Alright, travel south to the Shady Rest Inn at the what? Click the hoof prints on the ground. What is going on here? Interesting. Put the mythic in. Okay, I'll check it out. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Best quests to grab in wetlands at level 28. Let's see. 28's a little low for wetlands. You're gonna want to take like the. I feel like I was doing the Knoll ones and what else did I do first when I was over there? I've taken like 3 different trips there. I think I did more like Dark Shore, not Dark Shore. Well, Dark Shore, but also Duskwood. I did the pirates, I did the crocolisks. Uh-oh. Just lost to level 15 in my guild. It does look like most people that die, like there's a handful of people that will die like post 25, but it seems as though most people die like 25 or lower. I guess by that point you've got hey dude, I only did 1 key and we like barely timed it with a new and improved Druid build. We spent most of the stream talking about the patch notes, reading the balance changes, and talking about the dungeons and stuff. And now we're just chilling on some hardcore mode. My personal favorite part of the night right now. The Night Elf. Oh, Stitches, dude. Stitches claims another. You gotta... When I was on that road in Duskwood, man, my head was on a swivel for that big fatty. Dang, what's... Yeah, it looks... Dude, John, are you gonna go disc with me? Going disc priest? Druid forms are nice. Too bad I play Resto. I guess I pop into Moonkin. Yeah, we used our forms a little bit, but... Barely timed a 9 Nelf layer tonight on an Ogvoker. I think it's just that point of the season. Yeah, I mean... Low keys are kind of tough, too, because, like, you never know what exactly you're playing with. Why should I go disc over holy? Well, they're gonna... It looks like they're gonna seriously simplify, the rotation. Had a close run. What level are you at, Brent? Dude, Brent with the dragon portrait. You're the only person that has that right now, I think. We have some other really long time subs, but they don't chat. Like, we definitely have some lurkers. Shout out to the like year-long Donk Knights that just quietly support. I appreciate you guys. Sorry, I haven't figured this part out yet. Check back soon. Yeah, I think Augmentation Evoker, there's something big's gonna happen. Because they didn't put, I don't think they put anything in for them. which is not, I take as a bad sign. I think the dragon is a year. I think Bloodlust was 6 months, and then it goes all the way to 1 year. Usually I could see, like, actually in my OBS, but for whatever reason it's like grayed out tonight, and I don't want to mess with it because I'll probably like break the whole stream. Huh. Yeah, I don't think it was 12. Maybe is it 15? That's 15's kind of random. Well, I'm happy to have you guys lurking, dude. Brent was like my first chatter. Back when Shadowlands, when I was just like getting started. And definitely the first Donk Night was Brent. Since then, we've grown to hundreds. I wish that they would help a brother out with some, like, they do drops for Twitch streamers. It'd be kind of cool if they would help us YouTubers out, too. Because we never get to do any of that stuff. I know they've done it before, but very rarely. I mean, it's still gonna all depend whether or not it's gonna depend on how they tune the dungeons. But what I'm interested in is I like that they're buffing all the like rotational healing spells and nerfing all the like, well, not nerfing, but either nerfing or kind of leaving alone the cooldowns. I think that's a good like method to explore. Right now, all of our healing is like baked into cooldowns. I think this is a much better. Yeah, Adam, but I want to be able to give them here. Like, that's, you know. Yeah, did you look at the balance notes, John? Because, I mean, they didn't just say it. It's pretty apparent by... Yeah, they said in that post, like, they were tired of it feeling like single target heals don't move the bar at all. I looked at, we went over the whole, we spent like 45 minutes going over all the changes. It was highly educational. Did I seriously fly to I guess it was too dangerous, possibly. Because I was just here and I flew to Ratchet just so I could come back here. Click on the hoof prints on the ground. Okay. Where are they? Oh, they're there. Accept the black shield. Okay. Ah, there it is. Accept Lieutenant Pavel Wreath. Damn, that's a tiny little talk to mud crushed dirt feet. Yeah. Druid was the one that it looked like they took the most extreme stance with on that. Like, they nerfed all the rotational abilities and then they just hammered Flourish. Like, I don't know if you'll even take Flourish. In fact, I feel almost sure it's 75% nerf of Flourish. And that's just the effectiveness, not even counting the 2 seconds they took off it. I don't know if you'll even take Flourish anymore. You might be better off putting those points elsewhere. Level 36. We're going to want to watch our ass a little bit around here. Traveled 1,000 needles. Alright. Can do that. Oh, is this guy gonna die? Oh shit! I thought that thing was coming after me. I was gonna be pissed at that guy. Well, I mean, I was on my Druid tonight and I was like, oh, I'm gonna like, you know, screw around with this build. Let me join like a 22. I couldn't get into one. I would argue that Flourish got hit even harder than... At least Mass Dispel still does the same thing. Like, Flourish got absolutely wrecked. I mean, without Flourish, you're gonna have Convoke. Well, actually, Convoke, if you think about it, is gonna become... Because Convoke just spams regular abilities. And your regular abilities are way stronger. Convoke is actually going to become all of a sudden an extremely strong cooldown. It also seems like they're really pushing us toward Tree of Life. There's a lot of Tree of Life things in those notes. Yeah, fuck Holy Paladin. Go back where you came from. Well, they didn't get much of a, like... They buffed Holy Light and Flash of Light by like a billion, and they didn't really touch a whole lot else. I think they did some stuff with Glimmer, but didn't seem like massive. I feel like all I do is run around. Just gotta make sure I don't like run right into an Orgrimmar grunt. It's going on a bender out here in the southern Barrens. Except for Throne of the Tides. I don't know if I like that one. Other than that, it seems like a pretty solid group. I was kind of hoping we'd take a Mists of Pandaria dungeon instead of another Cataclysm one. But who knows? Maybe they'll update it and make it good. Could happen, right? Right? Which boss is bugged? Throne of the Tides is definitely not a place I have fond memories of. Oh, that guy. Well, you don't even need to do him to, like, complete the dungeon, right? So I haven't done that guy in a long time. I mean, I haven't done that whole dungeon in a long time. Oh, these guys are hostile. Will killing these guys flag me for PvP? Yeah, I don't... Are we sure I want to... Are we sure this is wise? Will they just not aggro me because they're low level? I really don't want to flag for PvP. Yeah, like if I flagged for PvP, I'm like logging out. I don't know what's at the bottom either. Surprised that wasn't noted in the guide at all. Well, yeah, you can't skip bosses in M+, obviously. I just haven't done that place in very, very, very long time. We are deep into Horde territory right now, friends. Somebody. Oh, that's an NPC. I thought that was a player. Ooh, are we gonna go to Shimmering Flats? That's one of my favorites. Thalinar. Dude, we're running all over everywhere. Isn't Thousand Needles like flooded now? Oh, we're just taking picking up flight paths for later. I don't think there's any guards down here. I'll tell you what though, getting into the Barrens from Ashenvale was, put a little hair on my chest. What level is this place? 28. There are guards on the main path through Thousand Needles. Alright, well, we ain't going on the main path. Oh, hello there. My bloodlust, I haven't fought any mobs in like half an hour. For this one, you might want to do, if you're looking at classic stuff, one tap, you might want to do exclamation point add-ons. It should work for everything. If you're talking about the, like the retail UI, yeah, it should work for everything. I have on the Discord, there's like, it's broken up into sections, so yeah, it should work for anything. The only thing that it's not like really set up for like Hpal or Mistweaver. Most of it is, but like the LVUI stuff is not optimized for. Actually, Holy Paladin, do I have Holy Pally on there? I for sure have Resto Druid Disc, Prez, and Og Evoker. And Shaman. Oh, we're in Fairless? Holy shit. Balfindel Waywarder.
Was wise to send you with such urgency. Let us see if we cannot call forth aid from the great forest.
We must
travel to
hurry.
the Charred Vale before it is too late. You say you found this journal on a deceased dwarf? Give me but a moment to peruse the pages.
Peruse, my man, peruse. What are my insights on Resto Druid now at M+? I like the changes that they just made.
Be with you.
But they're still mid. The new talents are fun to play with. What are you guys doing? The fact that this guy has a yellow thing on his head, but I can't click on him, is like triggering me way harder than it should. But it is what it is. I can't help my nature. And I feel like we've accomplished next to nothing
You
since
say you
logging
found
into
this journal on a
hardcore.
deceased dwarf? Give me but a moment to peruse the pages.
peruse away.
Poor Herolek, and this dwarf, Lonebrow. What a brave soul he was. We must
Kill
not let
high
the
perch
valiants go
wyverns,
for naught. This crone,
consorts,
Targa Razorflanker,
and
must be
patriots
stopped.
of the
Surely
venom
infiltrating
sex.
Hpal will be perilous. There isn't time to send
Oh, I
word
will.
to Darnassus. Adventurer, assemble a party to slay the crone. Bring me Razorflank's medallion as proof of demise.
Oh, we are gonna go to the Mirage Raceway. Hell yeah, dude. I think Shimmering Flats was like one of the coolest places. This whole zone was just, I've always thought was like pretty impressive back in the day. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. Time to fight. Where are you bastards? Oh no, clearly not the only person here. Oh, that's on your, you're on a PvP server, right? Your classic? Oh, I'm sure that going this deep into Hordy land is, risky business. Wow, these guys are just, like, not leaving up much, competition, are we? Maybe they'll invite me to their group. Oh, this is a collect quest, though. Doing a group collect quest. Is this a AoE leveling mage? No. This is a single warrior causing all this mayhem? Wow. Well, get ready, you got a roommate that just moved in. They didn't give us a release date on 10.2, did they? I don't think they did. Oh, you're back. Kill you again! I know, like, I selfishly wouldn't mind if it was still, like, mid-November or so. I want to finish this. I want to play Diablo Season 2. When is BlizzCon? Blizzard seems to love to release stuff in November. November is like their favorite month to release stuff in. I'm not sure why that is, but I stick to a release schedule, which would put us sometime in November, I believe, right? I don't really understand that. Like, I don't see why, like, you don't just... November 3rd, huh? Because I know they announced Diablo Season 2, which I actually really want to play. Because I think they are going to make some pretty good strides towards fixing the game. I feel like instead of sticking to a release schedule, I'd like them to just release stuff when it's done and ready. I feel like we need to get back to that in video games in general. Like, release stuff when it's done, not because you picked an arbitrary date. I like November. For my kid's birthday. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, like low-key my favorite holiday, because all you do is drink and watch football. Eat. I don't have to buy shit for anybody. No way it's gonna be Halloween. No heckin' way. I don't... If that's the choices, November 7th. No way they do it on Halloween. It's October, 100%. What is Thanksgiving about? It's about giving thanks. And like the mass murder of Native Americans. Some combination of those two things. Dude, a couple Thanksgivings ago, we were all, yeah, don't worry, it stumps even us. We don't even know what it's really about. I feel like what Quill said about having a meal with Native Americans is like what we were taught that it's about, like, growing up. And then I think, like, as I don't know, maybe history books became a little bit less, you know, looking at things with rose-colored glasses. It's become kind of like, what are we exactly celebrating here? It's like a freaking family holiday, just hang out. My a couple of years ago, my sister-in-law, like, we had big old Thanksgiving, like, all sitting around the table, tons of food, just like ready to dig in, right? And she did the classic, like, all right, everybody, let's go around the table and say what we're thankful for. And I almost dove over the table and strangled her to death. I was so mad. What's up, Gamer Pharaoh? How's it going, dude? What are you streaming these days, fellow streamer? Couldn't believe that. Dude, no, I was like, nobody actually does that. That's only on TV that people do that, right? Nobody goes around the table and says what they're thankful for. Oh, nope, that was a lie. They do. We did. You can advertise me all you want, man. We're pretty thankful that we had the opportunity to murder all these people and take their stuff. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's... That might be overplayed, like, around the world saying grace before dinner. I don't know that, I wouldn't, like, well, I actually have, like, family that does that. I personally don't do that, and I never did it growing up, and I never, like... Yeah, I think most people don't do that. But I definitely have some people in my family that do it. Yeah, definitely a religious thing. I am very much... I am intentionally non-religious. But that is not the case with my whole family. 16 years of streaming, dang, dude. I just wrapped up year 1. I'm completely against anything that comes between me and the food I'm about to eat. I don't want to say what I'm thankful for. I don't want to, like, you know, recite any scripture. I just want to fucking eat, man. Like, can we do this afterwards? Or like... Yeah, that's pretty much the... I had a really awkward, we're winning. We're winning by just being alive right now. I had a really awkward, stage growing up where, like, my uncle, who we were pretty close to, became, like, a born-again Christian. And he really wanted, me and my cousin to, like, kind of go on this journey with him, and he was like wanted me to start like going to church all the time and stuff, and I was like I was like 13 or 12 or something, and like I mean it's just like I loved my uncle, he's like super cool guy, but it was super awkward to be like, yeah, I don't want to do this, this is kind of your thing. And like I remember I told my dad, because this is my dad's brother, like, dude, can you like tell him for me? And he's like, no, you gotta tell him yourself. Oh man, I don't want to tell him myself. That's grown up. That's what grown-ups do. I want you to tell him. So yeah, I had to awkwardly like tell my uncle like, I want to. Thanks anyway. Thanks but no Thanksgiving. Dude, that's what we... Holy shit, you guys, I just had a great idea. Why don't we make up a holiday called No Thanksgiving, where we talk about all the shit that we wish would stop, that we're not thankful for. What could we do to celebrate No Thanksgiving? Dude, he totally did, because he didn't want to... You know, as a kid, I thought he was just like, oh, you know, part of being responsible is like, you know, fighting your own battle. He just didn't want to have to, he didn't want to have to tell his brother that I didn't want to go. Thanks, Dad. You jabroni.
It's too far away.
What should we do on No Thanksgiving? Maybe we go to people's houses and offer them things they don't want. Then we get them to say no thanks, and then we're all like, ah, he said it!
I need to get closer. I can't handle it.
Sounds like a legit holiday. It's like reverse trick-or-treating. My mother says I am against Jehovah and will be destroyed on Judgment Day. But I'm not baptized so she doesn't shun me. Oh, I don't really know a whole lot about. Thanks, Gamer Pharaoh, you too, man. I don't know a whole lot about the Jehovah Witness, religion. Yeah, gluttony in football, definitely. That's why I like Thanksgiving, dude. Especially when I got, like, old enough to drink at Thanksgiving, then it was like, oh, game on. Thanksgiving's great. Because I don't have to prepare in any way. That's the best. I don't have to fucking decorate shit. I don't have to buy anything for anyone. I just show up, somebody else does all the work, and I get to eat. And then complain that I don't want to talk about, what I'm thankful for. Isn't Black Friday no Thanksgiving? People selfishly have a... Yeah, I went to one Black Friday after a so I went to visit my family in Utah, which is where my brothers across the pond. Like California, where I live, and Utah are very different. Utah is very like much more like conservative, kind of traditional area, and I went to my family's house in Utah, and I got freaking tanked on that Thanksgiving. And the fortunate part, though, yes, Utah is Mormon country, exactly right. But the fortunate part was my wife got even more tanked. Like, she was like fucking gone, which meant that I like, you know, that it was okay as long as I don't get more drunk than her. It's all good, right? So my brother-in-law is like, dude, you want to go to Black Friday? And I was like, well, yes I do, but I don't want to buy anything. I wanted to like, because I had never been to Black Friday, and my impression of Black Friday is that people were gonna be like going fucking bananas, right? And I wanted to see that. I wanted to be in the mosh pit of Black Friday. So I was like, yeah, man, let's go. I think we went to like Walmart or Best Buy or something. And that was what I wanted, Quill. Like, I literally just wanted destruction. I wanted to just like get run over by a crowd of people that wanted an Xbox. But see, the problem was I was in Utah, and everybody in Utah is like so fucking nice. Like, you could go up to somebody and just like slap them right in the face and be like, you disgust me, you piece of shit. And they'd be like, oh, you're such a kidder. Like, you can't even make people mad like intentionally. So Black Friday in Utah was very disappointing. Nobody got hurt at all. Everything was extremely orderly. And I started sobering up, and I was just like, I hate this place. I gotta go back home. Nobody bought anything. The deals weren't even that great. Really? Well, the part where my in-laws live, which is like southern Utah, it's basically like the desert. Well, not basically. It's like the middle of the fucking desert. It's definitely... Everybody is... It's pretty Mormon there. It's not like everyone, but it's definitely different. Like, coming from where I am and going there and seeing like there's like a there's a mermaid church on every corner. There's like those little Moab, isn't that's in the desert, right? Moab. That's even there's some weird places like driving to Utah from California, because you got to go through like hundreds of miles of desert. And there's some interesting places to stop out there. Small town Texas on Black Friday. Dude, I should just go to like a freaking Oakland Black Friday. I'd definitely see I'd see the pandemonium I was looking for. It doesn't even need to be Black Friday. It could just be like a Wednesday. See more pandemonium than Utah's ever known. Yeah, they live in St. George. It looks like the surface of the moon.
I'm out of range.
Okay, it's like that red rock stuff. I know I told you guys I used to be a lifeguard. I don't remember if I told you. I was a lifeguard in like a very like, let's just call it a socioeconomically disadvantaged area, for lack of a more appropriate word. And I was in college and I was on like the night shift. And what I learned was like you weren't guarding the lives in the pool necessarily. You were guarding your own life and like just the innocent life of the other patrons. Like I had to like drag people out of the bathroom that were like shooting up in there. Man, I saw so much stuff that my like young eyes had never experienced before there. There was just like, I mean, just so much like drug use and like fights and stuff constantly. There was like no female lifeguards on duty during like evening swim. It was all like just dudes. The bigger guys they could get, the better. Respect the badge! Yeah. And like, not only just like in the pool, but like the frickin' verbal altercations that you get into, because like, we weren't allowed to let anybody in unless they had like an actual like swim suit. Like swim trunks for dudes, or like a swimsuit for ladies. Like you couldn't just go in your skivvies, right? And that was definitely one of... I am the pool. Hell yeah, dude. That was one of those rules that's like, well, for one, it's like a cleanliness thing, right? Like, you can't just have people walking in their boxer shorts going swimming. But it's also like a clever way to keep out like the hobos and stuff. Because like even if a hobo, you know, scrapes up $4 to go swimming, like because they really just want to go use the shower, was like the actual reason. You could use the swimsuit rule to like, well, let me see your suit, bro, you know? And they'd be like, well, I don't have one. Or they'd like try to make shit up about where it was. Felt kind of gross enforcing that, but also like it wasn't as gross as seeing these people like get into the pool filthy in their underwear. So like, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was like a big indoor swimming pool. It looked like the inside of an airplane hangar. Music stopped and I ran out of stories about swimming hobos. There we go. At least we got the music back. I know I told you guys about saving the lady that fell down the hill. Let's see, what other weird stuff did I have to do there? Well, they'd try to, like, get in... First of all, they tried to sneak into the locker room to take a shower. Right? And then if that didn't work, it was only, like, $2 to go swimming. So they could scrounge up $2 pretty easily, I think. And they'd want to go take a shower, and... For a while, some people would be like, whatever, dude, just, like, go take a shower, be quick, like, try not to, like, you know, try not to make it fucking weird. But then I remember our managers were like, you do not let fucking people in here to take showers, this is not a, like, that's not what this is for. Oh, dude, leaving the diaper in the movie theater? Steal the seat, like, steal the physical seat out of the... That's insane. Well, part of why we moved, actually, as you guys know, we recently moved, was that the, like, homeless situation was getting really bad where we live. Like, it had always been kind of like encroaching in on our area, and then like when COVID hit, it was no longer encroaching, it was like there. And my kid going into like kindergarten, it felt like it was time to pull the trigger and move. But yeah, we had like just the sides of the freeways, like all the freeway underpasses, and like the side of the freeways are just like shanty towns. It's pretty crazy. Man, this drop rate is terrible. I only have 7 of these. I feel like we've killed like 70 freaking wyverns. They'd like bulldoze the whole camp, and it would be rebuilt in like a week. It would all be back. Yeah, I don't really know, like, I mean, this is definitely not like a great stream topic. I don't know what the like solution for homeless people is, but I have a funny one. I was watching so my son is super into Ninja Turtles now. This is fucked up. I'll tell you guys anyway. My son is super into Ninja Turtles now, so we've been watching the 2003 series, which is a really good one. I haven't watched that one like all the way through, but it's super good. But anyway, there's this episode that starts out with like these 2 homeless guys, and they're like rummaging through a dumpster or something, and then they start getting chased by this like black garbage truck, and it's like chasing them down these alleyways and stuff, and then, you know, it finally catches them, and it has like 2 big like garbage truck, you know, claws, and it grabs them and it throws them in the back, and then, you know, it like shows this happening in like a few different areas in New York City, and before like the turtles become privy to it. So they're, you know, they get in the turtle wagon and they're following this garbage truck that's like stealing homeless people off the streets and putting them in the back of the garbage truck. And they're like, what is this like company? They're like, you know, Donatello's like doing research on the computer, and it's like the most successful like waste management company in the state. And they're like, oh, how do they like turn such big profits, right? And so they follow it to this island, right? It's like a big giant island of like the dumps, pretty much. And the fucking garbage truck is like throwing all these homeless people into like a freaking internment camp, and they're all like working in this internment camp. And then the main bad guy is called, wait for it, the Garbage Man, and he's like half man, half garbage truck. Like, I mean, like his upper half is like big fat guy, and his lower half is like tank treads, kind of. And anyway, they beat him and they free all the homeless people. But and I'm not saying that that's the solution. I'm just saying that that's a solution that was presented to me on a cartoon. You were shocked by New York's So yeah, one tap, we went over all the healer change, everything right at the beginning of the stream. If you want to see all that stuff, it should be like right at the beginning. Tier sets, balance, patch, dungeons, we went over all of it. Now we're just talking about like homeless internment camps and stuff. Sorry, that's kind of the trajectory of the stream. When I went to New York, I will tell you this, as so like New York is like complete opposite side of the country. You're right, JP. If we can invent a half man, half tank. He'll basically solve the problem. Will at that point solve itself. San Francisco's homeless problem is like, take whatever you saw in New York and like multiply it by 4. It's crazy. It's like whole city streets lined on both sides, with the homeless people. It's crazy, dude. It's like what's it called? It's like, it was like, you know, The Walking Dead, where they'd show them like all the zombies like shambling around the city. Like it looked like that. It's nuts. It's not everywhere. It's like, I feel like it's been contained to like the parts of the city where like tourists and rich people don't go. But it's insane. We had to go, my wife and I got married in the San Francisco City Hall, which is like super nice. But to get there, we had to take public transportation, basically San Francisco's version of a subway, and walk there. And it was like legitimately like one of the most frightening walks I've ever been on. And nobody bothered us, like nobody asked us for money, like, but it was freaking scary because it was just like, dude, these are people, and they're just like shells of people that are just like shambling around. There's like poop all over the place and stuff. Like it was, and the craziest part, the part that made it like feel like some kind of, you know, dystopian nightmare, is that this is like the financial district. So on one hand, you've got all these like zombie feeling hobos, and then on the other hand, you've got like these, you know, dudes in suits with briefcases on their cell phones, like walking around, and they're all completely ignoring each other. Like each side doesn't exist. Like, you leave me alone, we'll leave you alone. Dude, it's nuts. Like, it's absolutely insane. I've never actually been to Seattle, but I hear Seattle and San Francisco are very like, there's a lot of parallels there. Have you ever seen that Star Trek where they travel back in time to the late 2020s and all the poor people are walled off in small corners of the cities? I haven't, but it sounds like I've already lived that episode. Hey, we finally finished this quest, and now we're gonna run 3,000 yards. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, where we live now, we're close to the capital, Sacramento, but not like in the capital, where we don't really see very much of it. But I don't know, man. I don't feel like it's not getting any better. Pretty nuts. Not just the fact that the people are homeless, but the fucking condition they're in, dude, with like drugs. Oh man, they're like just ruined. Probably I mean, like I'm like a, oh shit, hold on, we just aggroed an elite. Don't get me wrong, dude, like I'm born and raised like Californian. Like I love my state, I do. Which is why I didn't choose to move out of it. And it probably has some of the highest highs of like any state for sure. But yeah, it probably does have some of the lowest lows too. But San Francisco in particularly hurts because my parents are from there, and my mom is like a die-hard, like, I am like San Franciscan person. So we used to go there like all the time. We only lived like a few minutes away, so we'd go in the city all the time. And like, it's the city itself, it's just like a shell of what it once was. It used to be like just like beautiful, like, you know, tons of just culture and things to do and things to see. And we went back before we moved. I was like, I want to like go into the city, like not like for one last time because we're still only a couple hours away, but you know, like one last visit before we go. And I was like, yeah, we can fucking move out of here. it's just not the same anymore, man. It's crazy how much it's changed in like the last probably like 10, 15 years or so. Like pretty much everything I used to like to do there is like closed and shut down now too. And if you want to buy a house there, it's gonna cost you like multi-millions of dollars. It's very strange thing that's going on there. It's like, hey, you want to live across the street from like a camp of 100 homeless people? Well, that'll cost you $3 million. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, there's still like, I mean, if somebody was like, hey, we're gonna come to California, where should we go? Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's still cool stuff to see in San Francisco for sure. There's still a lot of cool stuff there. And there's like Yosemite, and that would probably be like from a nature lover's perspective. There's tons of like beautiful like scenery here. I'd probably like, I'd say, yeah, spend a day in like San Francisco. Go see like Golden Gate Bridge, Coit Tower, like go see like the Fisherman's Wharf, although that's actually kind of a piece of shit now too. And then go down the coast, dude, and go to some other places. There's like beautiful places that you can go. Half Moon Bay, Monterey, Yosemite. Like, there's lots of great places to go to here. But I wouldn't bother with LA either. Oakland or anything like that, man. It's gotten pretty bad. Yeah. Well, one of the biggest appeals, like, for me with San Francisco was, like, food, too. Like, my dad is, like, pretty Italian, and, there used to be all these, like, restaurants we'd go to out there. They're literally all closed. But, you know, one of the biggest tourist attractions is, like, Fisherman's Wharf, where you're supposed to be able to get some, like, you know, super bomb seafood, which is where I wanted to go before we moved away. So we went there. I hadn't been there since, like, COVID, because the city was so locked down. I was like, I don't want to deal with this. And it's all closed. Like, everything is, like, permanently closed. These are restaurants that have existed for, like, 80 years, 100 years. Like, they're all closed. And we went to one that was, like, a knockoff version of one. And it was fucking... Like, I could have gone to, like, Costco and made a better seafood meal than I had there. It made me, like, really sad. My headphones are dying. Please stand by. Leave me alone, hyena. I see you. Fucking having that issue with your USB where no matter which way you plug it in, it's wrong. I think paladins are tanky. I mean, I went to New York, and I liked New York quite a bit. I thought... Yeah, I mean... Yes. Well, there was actually a movement here. It's probably still going on, but it failed. Like, a lot of rural California wanted to, like, secede. like make their own state, they were gonna call it like Jefferson or something, because I mean the population of California is like concentrated into two main areas, LA and the Bay Area, which is where like millions and millions and millions of people live. And then as soon as you leave those areas, it's, you know, just kind of normally populated like most places. And so there was like a map drawn where I think they were going to split California into like 3 different states, or at least 2. Yes, outside of the cities, it's much different. Where we live now is kind of like I guess it's closer to rural, but it's still, I mean, I don't know. I like it quite a bit. It's kind of a nice middle ground, because I didn't move to like the sticks. I don't really have any desire to live like in the frickin' boonies. But I did get away from like homelessness and like just absolute insanity of the city areas. So, good move. We freaking love it here. We're loving where we moved to. And it's kind of funny, I just ran my best friend who passed away about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. His sister, who I like grew up with and have known since I was like 5 years old. I just found out she lives like a mile away from me. And we have like kids that are the exact same age. Well, that was pretty crazy. Shimmering flat. Dude, I feel like all we've done tonight is run around. This add-on has put me in like... Oh, it's freaking 12 o'clock, Art? Yeah, the add-on has like put me to sleep. Dude, we've gotten like... This has been a not very productive night of Classic. We're gonna get to a good stopping point and then we're gonna wrap this baby up, guys. Didn't realize how late it is. Yeah, living in the city sucks, dude. Unless that's like the life you crave. Everything's super expensive. It's like you pay a lot and your quality of life is like super low. I mean, there's some pluses, like, you know, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of like people, if you're a people person. You know, usually there's like a little bit more like culture, better food, stuff like that, but there's a lot. I feel like the negatives outweigh the positives at this point.
Pleased to meet you. Ah, Longbeard sent you with a load of helmets. Hooray. Now
Talk to Cravel Coalbeard.
Hey, with all the races they're running here, it's no surprise that a few mishaps happen along the way. If you look around the shimmering flats, then you'll see evidence of past crashes. Scraps of rocket car parts are littered.
Well, my family has a, I guess I would call it, it's like a cabin, but it's more like a summer home type thing. That's like in the straight up forests. And that's where I'm going over the weekend, so I will not be here on Saturday. I'll probably do a makeup stream on either Sunday or Monday, or I might not. We'll see. Because I would actually like to make a video about all these new things that are happening. Run circles around shimmering fly. Yeah, we're not doing that tonight. We'll save that one for tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll be gone Saturday. I think I'm just gonna cancel it and we'll come back Tuesday. I think is gonna be the play here. Sadly. Reconnecting with nature. Yep, I will. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, and I will catch you then. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It's fun going over all the
Every bit counts.
all
Whether
the
it's a minor
different
tweaking on the power output, a slight slackening on the tension coil,
changes and stuff.
or
Looks like
lightening the weight of the
10.2, I'd
blade.
say
You
shaping
have
up
to
to
take
be a pretty
everything
good
into
patch.
account.
Hopefully it
We use vulture bones for
lives
a
up
lot
to
of the
our
minor
shut
stuff.
up, Goblin. Jesus. Shaping up to be a pretty good expansion. Patch, I'd say. Alright, dudes, have a good night. Catch you in the next one. Adios.